Leaving the house, David, who was with his wife and newborn daughter, starts fighting with her and telling her to get away from him. She cries and asks, "Why are you doing this to me and your daughter? Why are you going to leave people?" He goes to another woman's side, and while he hugs her, he talks to the mother of his own daughter. "After you gave birth to that child, you were all careless. Now I have a wonderful, inconsiderate, beautiful, and perfect woman. I will never trade her for you." She very sadly asks how he has the courage to do this to her and the baby, when she doesn't even have to eat. David throws it in her face, "You don't work to earn anything, you just stay there taking care of this child that I'm sure isn't even mine. Look at the color of her skin and look at the color of mine." The lover also says that she is sure that this child it's not his, and the woman replies, "By staying with David the only thing you'll gain is a child, just like me. Or do you think he will give you something?" And she responds by saying that she is very beautiful, so David will never leave her, and besides, she is not stupid. With the child in her arms, she begs, "Please David, think again, me with Sophia that big, I will never get a job." He replies saying, "You know what? Who I bought it from, let's get out of here. Leave that clumsy one there," he says, while calling his lover, who accompanies him saying, "By starving." After the two leave, the woman starts talking to her daughter while caressing her baby. "Daddy left, but mommy is here and I will take very good care of you. I will never let us miss anything." Later she goes to a house and knocks on the door. When she is answered, she asks, "Good afternoon. Is this where they need a cleaning lady?" "I'm very good with that, and I really need the job." The woman who answered says, "Yes, I do need anyway. It's good that you came looking for me, but it's here all day, 12 hours a day." She replies that it's not a problem and that if she needs to, she can stay even longer. The lady of the house is happy with the answer and asks if that baby is hers. She replies that yes, and when asked who would look after the child she says, "So, lady, I don't have anyone to look after her. My husband abandoned us, so we're just both of us, but I can bring her. I promise she's very quiet. It won't bother you." The lady of the house apologizes and explains, "My husband is very nauseous, he doesn't like children. Even the baby's crying will bother you. Better leave it alone." She insists, asking if there's no way for the woman to help, because she really needs it, and the woman replies, "If you find someone to take care of your daughter, you can come back here, and for sure the job will be yours." She says okay, and before saying goodbye to leave, the woman asks what she did before having a child, and she replies, "I was a makeup artist. I worked in a very chic salon, and had several clients." The woman then asks why she doesn't go back to doing makeup, and she says, "Lady, I don't have money, not even for food, who will say to buy makeup?" Seeing her situation, the girl says she can help her and gives her some money. She thanks her and says it will help a lot, then asks for the girl's contact saying, "As soon as I get back to doing makeup I'll do it on you for free." The girl says she will become her client and wishes her good luck. Some time later David arrives at his house with a flower for his new wife, but she doesn't like it and complains, "A little plastic flower, David? Aren't you ashamed, aren't you?" He says he bought it with great affection and tries to give her a hug, but she tells him to move away and goes back to messing with her cell phone. He, seeing that she looks strange, asks what happened. She replies, "Nothing strange. I'm here all smelly, and you come home from work all dirty and want to hug me. You're going to be ashamed of yourself." He says he's going to take a shower and asks for her to prepare dinner for them. She asks, "Do you think I'm your maid or what? I'm not going to make any dinner, and something else can go washing your dirty clothes, because I'm not your maid." David, without understanding, says, "You haven't even washed the clothes yet? How am I going to work?" She says she doesn't care and tells him to turn around. David says they need to talk about it. "I was out of the house all day working, and you stayed home doing nothing." She replies saying, "My love, I'm not going to do anything, nothing. I don't care about you. The dishes have been there for 2 weeks. I already said I'm not going to do anything. I'm nobody's employee, and I don't want you talking in my ear about the leave." Meanwhile, the ex-wife, who has her daughter on her lap and a makeup poster, accidentally bumps into a man who was talking on his cell phone. He, seeing that the poster had fallen to the ground, helps her pick it up, When he reads it, he sees that it is a makeup ad and says, "Wow, what a coincidence, I just opened a beauty salon that was for my wife. But she left me, and I'm looking for some people to work with me." She replies that she really wanted to go, but she has a baby that she has no one to leave with. The guy, who is very polite, says that it's okay for her to take the child, who seems to be very quiet. Very happy, she replies that it was all she needed. He says that he could see her despair, and she vents about her husband who abandoned her, leaving the child for her to take care of alone without having a job. He then mentions the coincidence that it is the two of them having been abandoned. "I wonder why he would do such a thing, leave a beautiful woman like you like that." She thanks him, and he says that the salon is nearby. The two decide to go there so she can get to know the environment. He offers to take the baby for a while, and she accepts as they walk to the place. Meanwhile, when David comes home one more day and hears his current wife's voice talking on the cell phone, he approaches in silence so that she doesn't see him and hears, "I miss you too, love. I can't wait to leave that useless guy. He doesn't even know how to clean a house. I'm dying to kiss you," he shouts indignantly. "What is this, Paula? Who are you talking to? Are you cheating on me?" She says goodbye to the guy who was talking on the cell phone and tells David the cuckold has arrived. He asks if she's going crazy, but she doesn't care and says, "No, I was just talking to my love." Not being able to believe, David asks if she doesn't have respect for doing this inside their house. He then says, "Not our house. This is my house. You just haven't realized yet that there's more here. I left my wife to stay with you, and you cheated on me with a piece of shit like that?" He answers. Paula reminds him that he cheated not only on his wife, but also dumped his daughter. "If you think I did bad, you did much worse." He screams that she will still regret what she is doing and will still go run after him. As soon as he leaves, Paula calls the guy who was talking to her again and tells him to go to her house, because David has already left. At the beauty salon, the owner of the establishment begins to explain the place to Andressa and says that she can feel as if she has her own business, and then they talk about the hours. Paula praises the place, and he goes to show her the work table, which already has some things, but reinforces that everything she needs she can ask for. She thanks him again for the opportunity, and he wishes her the best of luck on this new journey that will be amazing. To repay everything he did, Andressa offers, "I can make dinner and invite you. You are changing my life and my daughter's." He replies that he would be very happy and asks her to come sign the contract papers first. Months later, Andressa, who is holding Sophia on her lap, meets David, who, upon seeing her, says, "Wow, you are so tidy and beautiful. You took care of the baby. I have a proposition for you. What do you think about us going back? I know it is your dream to come back with me. You can confess." She laughs at his face and asks if it's a joke. At the same time, her new husband, who is the guy who hired her a few months ago, arrives and says, "Let's go, love." They leave, and David stays alone, crying for what you did.